This is the work laptop that I got on my second day of work, and this is the work iPhone I got on the third day of work. I've just had my first week of working as a management consultant in London, and I thought it would be a good idea to use this video to sort of tell you about what happened. Now, my first week was very interesting, very exciting, and most important of all, very different from what I thought it would be. This video is something that I would have found personally quite useful a week or a month ago before I started to sort of cure my anxiety and make me less stressful about starting a new job. But before I dive right into what happened last week, I'm gonna have to head out to lunch because it's Easter Sunday. I'm seeing some friends. But for now, this is my work iPhone 13. I'm really happy that they didn't actually give me like a crappy old Android phone. I'm really happy that they were willing to splurge on some junior associate new joiner to give them like a nice proper iPhone 13 for work. And similarly, the laptop's quite nice. It's like a quite nice HP Windows work laptop. I've been using MacBook for like 10 years now, so it was quite hard for me to get used to like where all the keyboards are. And I'm also more used to like an American style keyboard instead of this British style keyboard. So these kind of keyboards, I'm like super not used to it. But anyway, I'm sure I'll get used to it. Makes me feel like a proper professional now.
Go outside, take a little ride if you want to. That's cool. I did what I was supposed to. There's nothing left for me to do. So now I'm poking out my head through open windows. Cause that's what I feel like. Do it tonight. Waking up my brain, maybe you can do the same thing. You want me to say something? I come up with nothing. Maybe we can talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long in my head, caught up in my feelings. I've been waiting for something new to happen. And when it happens,
Wow, okay, so I've had like a super spontaneous day yesterday. Actually, went to gym with my friend after going for lunch, and also ended up doing a golf range with my friends and actually going out at night with another group of friends. Here I am today, and I thought I'd quickly go through what I did last week, my first week as a management consultant. I think it'll be good to start with sort of my expectations before going in. I was quite nervous that it will be very stressful, very fast-paced. I was very nervous about the kind of work and training we'll be doing as soon as we join. That's the first thing. The second thing is also the culture and the people there. I thought that with a industry and a job that is so demanding, as you might have heard online and heard people talk about, I was really nervous that the culture will be very serious, very uptight. I was very afraid that there might be a very rigorous and very hierarchical environment. But after my first week, those two assumptions were actually completely wrong. So let me give you a brief overview of what I did in my first week of work. My first week only actually had 4 days because Friday was a public holiday. On the 4 different days, we basically did sort of two kinds of things. First of all is like induction and introduction to the firm and the work that we do. And the second type is the training. So on day 1 and day 2, we basically just sat through listening to different presentations on what the firm stands for, what the firm does, who our main clients are, where does our team sit within, say, the wider organizational structure. That was what we did in day 1 and day 2. It was quite casual, sort of just sitting there listening through different basic introduction stuff that some you might have prepared before for your interview. And on day 3 and day 4, we did Excel and PowerPoint training, but we only really just touched on it very lightly because we'll be doing more of that training in the next 2 weeks because our induction program is actually 3 weeks long. We did some very basic PowerPoint and Excel training to brush off our very basic skills. And that's an overview of what we did, like in general. But then there are quite a few specifics I want to point out that might be interesting to you. So on the first day after the induction, we actually had a welcome dinner with all the new joiners and also a senior associate and a partner, which really made you feel more welcoming, that the firm really appreciates and really puts in, effort to make a good induction for new joiners, which was good because it really helps us ease into sort of communicating and talking with more senior people. Because as a new joiner, you'll definitely be like really afraid and nervous when talking to senior people. But just being in a more casual environment like a restaurant, you guys are like eating together, having drinks together, it just makes things a lot easier. So that was like my first impression of the job. On the next few days, we also had like quite a few interesting activities outside of work. So they actually organized an escape room for the few of us that are joining in April, which was really fun. It helped you really to get to know your friends, your colleagues that are joining with you at the same time. And there's also like quite a few social drinks that we attended, sometimes with people that have joined a few months ago, and you realize that most people are very, very friendly. Even though they work really hard and take their work seriously, like outside of work, everyone just wants to enjoy the time after work. They are all really nice, very keen to help you. Honestly, I thought I would be a lot more stressed because I haven't had a proper fixed schedule for a long time. The last time I had like a proper fixed schedule was probably back in high school, when we had to like wake up at like 7:30 and then go to school until you leave at like 4. I haven't had that in so many years. You know, uni was quite free, quite flexible. I thought I'd be a lot more stressed, but actually I'm feeling okay. It's good to really finally go back into a routine. It's good to have something on your hand. It's good to learn. It's good to, you know, develop yourself, etc, etc, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So that's a quick overview of what I did last week in my first week as a management consultant in London. I'll be doing a lot more sort of these kind of management consulting type content in this channel, because that will be what I'm doing mainly most of the time in my day-to-day life. If you're interested and you like these kind of content, make sure you subscribe, because like I said, I'll be doing a lot more of them. And with that being said, I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.